The word irrelevant means not having significant or demonstrable bearing on the matter at hand. It means that it's not applicable. It's not useful. We can't use it. My purpose in giving you this speech today is to reveal the absurd irrelevance that has penetrated our society and is inhibiting some of the progress that we as a people are trying to make. I'm going to give you a few examples, and the first example has to do with children and youth and education. The expected rate of progress of getting things done is usually said at the beginning. We learn how to handle things as children and as we go through new experiences. That means that we need to prepare ourselves. We need to give ourselves the tools to complete the tasks in the future. But a gigantic problem that the next generation is facing is in education, primarily in math. My example is in math because I recently took the California high school exit exam. And I searched up the 8th grade exit exam from the town of Salina, Kansas in 1895. And I'm disappointed to hear that they were more relevant than us. Some sample questions from the 8th grade exit exam. If a load of wheat contains 3,942 pounds, weighs 3,942 pounds, what is it worth at 50 cents per bundle? The rest of the questions on the test are very similar to this because they knew what their kids were needing. They knew what needs they had to fulfill. But sadly, on the California high school exit exam, the questions were not only easier, but they didn't relate to anything at all. The question was, if n equals 12, what is negative n? And I'm sure we've all heard of negative 12. Clearly, the 8th graders in that small Kansas school were doing math that was harder than a high schooler today, and in fact included the math from a high schooler today. What kind of education are we giving our students? Students aren't being given the tools that they can use to go out into the world, to go into college, to get a job. You don't get a job with negative 12. You get a job with learning about how to handle money. You get a job with learning about building bridges. How do we let people get into that situation where they're stuck and they have to learn really fast how to apply things? Some of the fault lies with the people that we watch, the people that we admire. And some of those people are the government. And the government hasn't been doing such a good job of this either. An organization was founded in 1991 called the Citizens Against Government Waste. And they have been monitoring the money spent due to earmarks or extra little tidbits added to the bills just before they're passed by senators and congressmen. There's been a gigantic amount of money wasted. In fact, in the year 2006 alone, there was $29 billion in earmarks wasted on things like a $500 million indoor rainforest in Iowa. Why do we need a rainforest in Iowa? We're using our money on things that are worthless. There is a teapot museum in North Carolina built with our money, our hard-earned taxpayers' money. It could have been used to go help the war. Or maybe if you had donated it to World Vision to sponsor 69,047,619 children for the entire year of 2006. Just with the money that the government wasted in earmarks. How irrelevant is that? We're taking unnecessary things and wasting money on them instead of using them for the greater good of the people in the world. This problem will only multiply in the future because if the children of today are raised in an environment where they're used to seeing media, seeing the news, and seeing all these unnecessary images of celebrities and just ridiculous things that go on. They look up to the President of the United States. They look up to our congressmen. They look up to us. We need to stop this. We need to show the next generation of people coming up that they can use all the things that they can learn. They can be excited about what they're learning. They can be excited about the things that they do. We need to give them the wisdom to make good decisions, to use their money, their time, and their resources well. Sometimes even in the church we get caught up with details that are irrelevant. Sometimes we have too many ceremonies, sometimes we don't. But it's important to teach the next generation of people to come up the wisdom and the knowledge. We need to give them that so that they can make the correct decisions and improve the world in the future.
to evaluate, Rosa Maria Verdugo.